All right, I want to clarify some things from the last video that I made, or maybe it was 2 videos, because I just posted another one. It was the one that talked about how the get-rich-quick gurus take your money. And some people, even though I thought that I read everything and kind of clarified what I was trying to get across, some people did not understand it the way that I was describing it in the video. So just to give you a quick review, and then I'm going to kind of clarify it some more. In the video, I showed how thought processes are made in us. So we think that we're making a decision when the decision is really, in a sense, already made, because it's based off of things in our past. And that's what makes it hard. People think that I'm going to include myself. Some of the times we think we're making a new decision, and we're really making a decision based on the past, on how we feel, what we experience, sense, taste. I said all of that stuff in there, you know, based off of our feeling, based off of pictures. Like when someone tells you something and you're trying to make a decision, pictures come to your mind. It's not words that come to your mind. The pictures, the feeling, the taste, all of that stuff comes in an instant, and then you'll make a decision. And some of the times we don't make decisions that were really something new. We make it based off of past decisions that we made. And it makes it very difficult for us to move forward. So I talked about, and I described, I took a paragraph from a seminar from a well-known, well-respected individual who has seminars or workshops to help people get into the consulting business. And I had read a paragraph, and the reason why that paragraph was like, it's called a Thorndike effect, is that people end up putting themselves into stories. So if someone tells you a story about something, what we tend to do is we start to put ourselves into the story. And that's what I was trying to get across to people, is that this is an installation of that someone is installing an experience in you, and you don't even know it, because they're describing it in a story. We as humans start to put ourselves into that story. And the installation of that story, what was being installed, and it was something that you never experienced. And I talked about with our subconscious mind. Subconscious mind doesn't know if it's real or fake. So when it's installed subconsciously through a story, subconscious mind is like, this is something that could have happened. And what could have happened was saying that it was okay to pull out your credit card, to go into debt, to make more money. That's the install. That's what was being installed subconsciously. And so people were like, some of the people that did understand, they were like, well, Steve, well, then I won't buy anything. I'll think that everybody's just trying to take my money. I'll just think that if someone presents something to me, they're just trying to take my money. And that's not the point that I'm trying to get across to you. The point is to allow you to be aware. When you are aware and conscious, making a conscious decision, then you will ask the right questions of someone who is trying to sell you something. So if you're going to, let's just say, a real estate seminar, and they throw out there, well, we'll invest with you. This actually happened to a client that came to me. Well, they were like, well, we'll give you the money to invest in properties. So if someone says, we're going to give you the money to invest in properties, rather than just focusing on they're going to give you the money to invest in properties, so I'm going to go ahead and invest in their program, you're going to say, well, tell me the step-by-step process. Tell me everything. Because you will find logically that these people are full of you-know-what, that there's no way that they can invest in those deals, in all these deals that people are going to be finding for them. And then when you break it down and you look at what the requirements are going to be able to invest in a deal, you'll be like, well, shit, I would invest in that deal, because it's not going to be, it's the deal that they're going to be expecting you to find, the amount of money that they would be willing to invest. You'd be like, I'd invest it and keep all of the money. Because these seminars that they have people paying for are like $15,000, $20,000. You'd be like, I can find that deal and float this whole deal myself and make all of the money instead of splitting it with you. Other ones are, you know, these making money with Amazon and all of these, you know, when you really dig down and you're like, okay, I'm going to make money with Amazon. Okay, how much am I going to make with the products? Okay, how much is it going to cost me to market these products, you know, with advertisement? Okay, what is the margin that I'm going to be making? Okay, this doesn't make any, you know what, effing sense, because there's no way that I'm going to be able to make my money back. There's just no way. And that's where, that's how, what happened to me. When I became aware, I was like, even with a franchise, I was looking at a franchise, and the person came to me and said, well, you know, do you want to buy this franchise? You can make, you know, 300, no, they said you can make, I think it was like $1 to $2 million a year gross. And I said, well, how much will I make in my pocket? And they said, well, you know, the average makes about 100 to 200,000. And I'm like, well, so I'm going to invest $2 million to make $200,000 a year? Right now, the business that I have right now, I invested $20,000 to start it up, and I'm making $4 million a year, and I keep $1.5 million in my pocket. So it doesn't make any sense to me. That's what I told him. It doesn't make any sense. You need to come over here and get. I turned my business into a franchise, and you know, join my business, because you're not making enough money. And that's the thing, is that when people, there's franchises people get into. Friend of mine years ago, I'll speak on this, years ago, had all of these Subways, sandwich shops. He had, I think it was 10 of them. He ended up selling all of them off because he was like, they're making the money on him. He had to buy the mops. He had to buy the mop bucket. He had to buy everything from them. And he was like, I can't make nothing but $30,000 from my Subway sandwich shop. That's why you see people buying Subway and the whole damn family is working up in there. So all I'm trying to do is to allow you to become conscious of the decisions that you are making, and then you will know if the opportunity is right. When people come to me and they're like, Steve, can you help me get more customers? And I tell them, you need to generate more leads to get more customers. If you generate more leads, then you're gonna have more chances to talk to more people to sell your products and services. Doesn't that part just right there, does that make sense? And then they'll say, well, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. And I say, how many leads did you have when you went to work this morning? How many people were asking to do business with you? I have up to 300 people per week that ask to do business with me. Unless you are horrible with your business, if you have 300 people asking to do business with you per week and you don't make a lot of money, you need to get out of business and go back to working where you used to work at. That's what I would tell people. That's what I told that person when I had that consultation. Because you could be bad at sales, and if you could generate leads and you could get your business going where you have people to talk to, you're going to get better at talking to people. Because that's step one. People want to skip, though. They think that you send something out to people and they're going to buy right away. No, it's not going to happen that way. You get good at getting people to talk to about your product or service, and then you get good at selling them your product or service. It is not the flip-flop. But I know we got that quick, fast food type, I want to be a business millionaire type stuff out there, and that's what gets people food. All right, I just made it home. I wanted to make that video just to kind of help people out to that had watched that previous video. All right, take it easy. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm giving you real deal stuff. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams on YouTube.